guys, welcome back to another episode of the Rated 18 podcast. I remain your very beautiful, sexy, and bold host, King Chick, aka Big Baby. And the topic for today is Nigerian men's attitudes towards plus size women and challenging stereotypes. Okay, so before I start, I'm going to give a very big shout out to all the plus size, thick, curvy, fat BBW girls out there. You guys rock, okay? You totally rock. So that's why I just want to give a shout out to you. Be confident, be bold, love yourself. You're beautiful, you are sexy. Mwah. Okay, guys, so I'm talking about Nigerian men's attitudes towards plus size women and the challenging stereotypes. So first of all, we know that in Nigeria, I don't like to generalize and say in Africa because I don't really have that much knowledge about Africa. So let me say in Nigeria, fat is like a sin. Being fat is a sin. Being fat is, in fact, is a very evil thing. Then you have the audacity to be a woman and to be fat in Nigeria. You should be stoned to death. Like, it's the worst thing ever. Like, how can you be a woman and be fat? Like, that is an abomination. You cannot be a woman and be fat. Okay? So society has really shaped the mentalities of people, both men and women, about fat people. The term fat is often seen as offensive to most people. So most people say plus size. Okay, so plus size women are actually it's a cultural symbol. Normally, majority of Africans, some Asians, they have fat women. It's like a cultural symbol. Fat signifies fertility. It signifies maturity. For example, if you look at some tribes in Nigeria, where I'm from, when a girl is of age to get married, they normally take her into the fattening room. They feed her all lots of stuff, pamper her, so she gets fat. And the fatter you are, the more attractive you are, and the higher your chances of getting a suitor. So I don't know, maybe other tribes have that same, let me say, culture or practice that they do. But when we look at countries like South Africa, lots of other African countries, we see that they take pride in fat women. They adore their fat women. But it's not the case in Nigeria. Nigeria is more Europeanized. We have a lot of European standards. I'm not trying to reach, but I could say that more than 50% of women in Nigeria are naturally fat women. More than 50% because it's our gene. That's our nature, okay? Most times you see some girls are from birth, you see they're already fat, and also that's our nature, that's our culture. So I wonder why people look down on fat plus size women. I wonder why people have lots of, untrue stereotypes. They have lots of things to say about fat women. It's crazy because this is how we're supposed to look. This is how, for example, we know how the Chinese people, the Asian people, the European people are supposed to look. Okay, most of them are normally skinny. Not to say they don't have fat people, not to say they don't have big people, but mostly the whites are slim. And then we over here, most of us are bigger. We're on the bigger side. So why do we see? Is it a kind of self-hate? Because it is only self-hate that will make you to look. For example, looking at your skin color, we know that most black people, that's people of black race, Africans, are dark skin. I know some people still look at dark skin and still say it's nice and start rubbing bleaching creams and all that. That's the same thing that happens with plus size women. You're literally projecting self-hate because this is what you're supposed to look like. Everybody in the world cannot be slim. Every woman in the world cannot be slim. There, when you men are talking about how you have your okra and how you have your different types of food, what then do you expect to have as variety when you look at women? The variety, that variety, having women of different shapes and sizes, that's the variety of life. How do you think every woman will just look straight, or every woman will look curvy, or every woman will look square? People have different shapes and sizes. So why are you projecting your frustration? Why are you projecting your insecurity? Why are you projecting your self-hate on a plus size woman? And most people might say, okay, I'm talking about this because I'm a plus size woman. And I will not really say that because our society has actually really shaped a lot of our mentalities concerning how plus size women look. Okay, so one of them is I saw a post on Sunday Not's page, and it was a post of um real worry Pekin. And so we know that real worry Pekin has actually lost weight. Like she has become like 10 times smaller than she was when we knew her. Okay. So she made a video. Tunde not posted the video, and she was really looking strange to me, like looking really different. And people were like, "Oh, she looks good." You know, people will always have good and bad things to say. And then there was one comment that said she looks more classy and sophisticated now. And another person said she has always been classy and sophisticated and confident. Okay, she said she looks more confident and sophisticated now. Someone was like, she has always been confident and sophisticated. Like she said, no, that being slim actually accentuates it. Like it makes her look more confident and sophisticated. I was like, wow. And funny enough, as a plus size woman, I actually thought the same too. And this is the reason why. I know in that moment I thought about it like, okay, it's true. We look down on our culture a lot in Nigeria, especially if you wear a native attire, a woman wearing a native attire. So you're trying to tell me that a woman that is fat wearing her native attire or wearing any attire does not look classy, does not look confident and sophisticated. And I felt the same way too. And this is why. It's because we, right from when we were growing up, how many times have you ever seen a thick woman, like a big woman, wearing all these European dresses, wearing suits, skirts, jumpsuits, like European dresses, modeling for all this stuff. So from our young age, we've been shown models that look that way. So that is already imprinted in our mentality, in our minds, in our subconscious, that this is the look of someone that is confident and sophisticated. She was even talking about, don't you see the way she swings her arms and moves, that is more confident and sophisticated just because she is slim. That's because that's what we've been seeing. For example, look at beauty pageants. All you see on beauty pageants are slim people, the way they move. So it's already imprinted in your subconscious that anybody that looks this way or walks this way is sophisticated and confident. Okay? That doesn't mean another person that doesn't look that way is not sophisticated and confident. But you know, when they want to do videos of Mama Africa and any tribal this thing, you see them using plus size women. But if they want to do like English, looking like, in quotes, sophisticated, classy and all that, they go for the slim. So it's already imprinted in people's minds that this is the look for this kind of person. This is the look for this kind of person. Even people that are selling like elegant wares, like suits, all these elegant outfits, bridal wears, you rarely see them use a plus size person to model. This doesn't mean that plus size people do not wear their outfits, but in their minds, this is the look. This is how it should look. Okay, so that has made people to like have some kind of stereotypes. There's even this stereotype that any man that is rich and wealthy would not date a plus size woman. Like any man that is rich and wealthy, like a classy man, like a big man, will always go for a slimmer lady than a thicker lady. Well, I would say that everybody has their preference. Everybody has their preference. I noticed that women are women. So it doesn't depend on whether you are slim or whether you are plus size, or you are a woman to a man. So whether you're slim, whether you're plus size, if a man says he's wealthy, and so now because he's wealthy, his choice of women has to be slim, and that's his choice. Every man, maybe the majority might think that way, but every man definitely will not act that way. A man that thinks that way cannot think for himself. Society is thinking for you, because when you look at these men, deep down, that's not what they want. It's a front. A wealthy man going for a slim lady is a front, because that's what society deems as, okay, this is what you should be with. This is who you should be with. So it's a front. You see that back behind the scene, these men are going out with thick girls. These men are fantasizing over thick girls. This man is also dating a thick girl somewhere. So it's just a societal construct that makes people to feel this way. Also, another one is There was this post that caused a lot of controversy online about I think they were talking about Mona Lisa. I think they were dragging Mona Lisa or something, and they were saying something like she will smell. That Mona Lisa will smell because she's fat. So Nigerian men have this um because I've seen comments under Lizzo's comment section. I've never seen any place where anybody says that Lizzo would smell because she's fat. They just make comments like, "Oh, this is disgusting. Fat is disgusting," and all that. But Nigerian men and women feel or think that a woman will smell because she's fat. And I put it to you that that's the wrongest stereotype ever. Like, why would you feel somebody will smell because the person is fat? A human being will smell because they are dirty and they don't know how to take care of themselves. Simple. I know a lot of slim and skinny people that smell like goats. In my language, say okwebo, like male goats. They literally stink. There was this period I was attending a class somewhere, and there was this slim girl that was sitting next to me. The moment she opened her armpit, I couldn't breathe. It's not a matter of being slim or fat. I don't like, how does being fat relate to smell? I know you may say, okay, because the body has more folds and more crevices and all that. So, there's possibility for dirt to trap in all those places. And that's why you take your bath. That's why you shower. That's why you use deodorant. Okay? You deodorize those places the same way a slim person. It's just like having a small house and a big house. The amount of time and energy used to clean a small house is definitely different from the one that is used to clean a big house. So a big person that doesn't know how to take care of themselves will smell. That means they're lazy. They don't have the capacity to take care of themselves. A small person, there are small houses that you go into small houses and they're very dirty and unkempt because the person living there is dirty. The person living there is smelling. The person living there is a lazy person. Same goes to a person with a big house. So that's the same thing with big bodies and small bodies. If you don't know how to take care of your body, you will smell. Whether you are big, in fact, I think slim girls smell more than fat girls. Yes, because a fat girl already knows that, oh, I sweat here, I sweat there, let me do this. A slim girl will not really give thought to that because I've encountered more stinking slim girls than fat girls. In fact, fat girls smell the nicest. Like, don't you see how men always want to cuddle us? Do you think men will want to cuddle a smelly person? And cuddles with plus size girls are like the sweetest, soft, cushiony, and all that. Men are actually more attracted to plus size girls because they have stuff to hold. We're like pillows, soft, cushiony. After a hard day at work, you like come back home and have something to hold on to, have something to grab. Okay? And this is not to say slim girls don't have something to grab. This video is basically talking about the Nigerian men's attitude towards plus size. So don't come and drag me and say, slim girl is not this is not a comparison video or comparison podcast. Say is slim girl better than plus size girl or is plus size girl better than slim girl. No, this is a plus size girl video. So I'm trying to like clear up some things. So also, I think most men that feel that plus size women smell, plus size girls smell, are men that are used to smelly people around them. Most men now, their mothers are fat. Most men in Nigeria have plus size women as mothers. That should even show you that, okay, this is a normal thing, okay? So most of them that are used to, maybe they grew up in the trenches, they grew up in the slums. Your mama, they sell pomo for market, or your mama, your mother is a local woman. You are used to having her smell because most local women, not all, some local women are exposed and they know how to take care of it, but some local women are clean. So those local dirty ones, and everything we say to other people, everything we think to other people is a projection of our own experiences. So you've experienced your mother smelling at home. Your mother goes to ease herself and she doesn't rinse off after. And she ties her wrapper and she's going to the market. She's selling pomo or she's sitting somewhere. She comes back home. She doesn't shower at night. And the next morning, maybe she says, sit down, let me comb your hair or something. And you're perceiving one oozing odor. Because your mother is dirty doesn't mean every plus size girl is dirty. You're talking from your own experience, or you're used to your girlfriend you were dating was dirty and smelly, and then you now project it. But mostly the experience, because most men attribute to other women what they've experienced with their mothers. If you see a man that has like a mother, an abusive mother, basically in his head, he will kind of like get scared of most women because he will feel like, oh, maybe all women are like this. So when men that have fat mothers that cannot clean themselves at home. They don't know how to take care of themselves. They don't know how to shop for themselves. They're basically like local and dirty. They now project their experience on other plus size women. Okay? Because a plus size woman, you know that as you're growing, for example, let me use myself for an example. When I was like 14, I wasn't this size. When I was like 15, I wasn't this size. In fact, when I was like 20, I wasn't this size. So it's your when you as you grow, and if you know you're adding weight as a plus size a girl, you experience like your body changes. You just know. If your mama train you well as a plus size girl, if your mama train you well, in fact, it doesn't even start as a plus size girl, because when we're growing up, we're skinny, okay? So your mama self go train you as a skinny girl, because a skinny girl today can become a plus size girl tomorrow. Are you telling me that because she now becomes a plus size girl, she will not start smelling? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Because this plus size and skinny thing is all about weight gain. It's not like it's your identity. Being a plus size girl is not your identity. Okay, it's not your identity. It's just like an adjective, something that can be used to describe you. It's let me say it's like a currency, something that can change. It's not your identity. Your identity is in your genes, like your skin color, your race. So your body size is not your identity. Because look at someone like real worry picking that was fat yesterday and today she's skinny. So are you trying to tell me that okay, she was fat so she was smelling, right? Because she was fat. So now that she's skinny now, she will now become clean. Like she will just become clean all of a sudden. If she wasn't a clean person with her when she was fat, she cannot be clean when she's slim. That's just it. Like being clean is a habit that is learned. It's not because you are plus. I saw a video of a guy. This guy is really big, and most guys that are slim cannot even clean. See, guys that are even going out there saying women are smelling and all that, most of them cannot even bath well. Una know they bath. You are smelling. If you open some of them's leg, it's smelling, it's stinking. And you will see a plus size and say, oh, I know she'll be smelling. How do you know? Because your mama, they smell. If you see a plus size guy, you say, I know she go smell. You've definitely experienced your mother's smell. That's why you will know. Because for you to say, I know that she will smell, you have an experience from somewhere. That's why you know. Your mama, they smell for house. For example, a woman that will stand up and say, all men are evil, all men are scam, all men are scum, men are this and that. She's talking from her own experience of maybe her dad at home treating her mom somehow, or the few boyfriends she's had. So she now comes online, comes outside in public to project her own experience or her own bad experience and generalize it. All men are this. So that's the same thing for, men that, have this kind of nasty, uninformed, useless, baseless, in fact, very stupid stereotype about plus size girls. I even met a girl. There was time when I was in university in the hostel. I love to when I'm around girls. Mostly I don't wear clothes. Okay, so she's slim, and me and my friend we're big, so we love to walk naked. Okay, so one day she now came to me. She was like, "Wow, it's how you people are so clean. You smell so good." I was like I was confused. I said, I don't understand. She said, no, you don't know. Most people that have body, they always smell somehow. It's the grace of God that helped me that day, because this that was talking to me, she actually has a bad odor. I was just looking at her, like I was just holding myself. Like I was asking myself, okay, does she need me to tell her, thank you? Okay, thank you is that a compliment? Coming towards me and telling me, wow, you smell good, that most people that are big, they don't smell. You and your friend, the way people are so clean, because she sees us naked. We definitely have close contact. I do not really like to wear clothes. And she now said, and I'm just looking at her like smiling, wow, because am I supposed to say thank you? It's just like someone is coming to you and the person is telling you you are pretty for a dark skinned girl. Like, am I supposed to tell you thank you? So am I supposed to tell her? Was I supposed to tell her at that point, oh, wow, thank you, like it's a compliment? I told her like, it's not like we do the normal same things that everybody do now. Bath, clean yourself, use deodorant, you understand? Which one is you are clean or you are, I don't understand you. Oh yeah, if you remove your own clothes, will I be able to make the same compliment about you? Do you understand? So it's just about you knowing yourself as a plus size girl. Number one, you have to let me just give some tips, because honestly, it's not about being plus size, it's about being clean. Okay, so being a plus size girl, if you don't know how to take care of yourself, your own will be the worst. Which some, I talk about, I'm real on here. So people that are saying this plus size girl will smoke because they've met a plus size person that is dirty. Not necessarily plus size people are dirty or plus size people smell. They've had experience with plus size person, and as illiterate as they are, they come outside to generalize it. Okay, they come outside to generalize it. But then I wonder why, because these men also meet slim girls that are dirty. So why do they not come? Okay, I've seen some comments like that as well on some girls, but it's based on how they look. Because you see a plus size girl that is looking clean and put together, and someone will still make that kind of comment. Okay, most times the comment on the slim girls that are dirty, you can actually just see that they look dirty before they make that comment. So because I know truly that most men have met slim girls that are dirty. So why don't they make such comments on social media? Why are they always trying to put plus size women down? That's what I want to know. Because if men truly think plus size women smell, why do I have so many men in my DM wanting to hit? You want to smash me. You want to eat my pum pum, but you think plus size women smell? Make it make sense. I think men should be bold enough to, like, if you see American men, they actually come out and debunk all this rubbish. They come out and say, like, this is bullshit. And Nigerian men don't have the liver. They only know how to be head of the house, and they only know how to be king of the whatever relationship. But stuff like this, like thousands, 10,000s of you are in my DM, are they block now on a daily? And someone comes online to say this, you're supposed to be defending what you like. There's this of my friend that says that she cannot be with a guy that is not used to plus size girls. Like, you just say, okay, let's you just stay. It's like being, like, liking a plus size, it has to be your thing. Like, I have to be your spec for me to do anything with you as a plus size girl. Like, I have to be your spec. So you know that this is how plus size is. This is what it is. This is what it is. Okay. It's not like you're just trying to like explore, say, okay, plus size girl, let me come. Do you understand? Do you get my point? So it doesn't make, what I was saying was that as a plus size girl, if you know you are dirty, it's your own will be times 10. It will be times 10 depending on how big you are. Okay, if you are like really big, you need to up your hygiene, because like I said, I made the example of the small house and the big house. Bigger houses, there's so much space everywhere, so it can attract more dirt, more dust. If you have to shower like 2-3 times a day, especially if you're someone that sweats a lot. Some people sweat a lot regardless of their size. Some people are very slim, but they sweat, like they over sweat. So imagine someone like that being a fat person, being a plus size person. You have to shower. You have to shower 3 times a day. You have to shower 2 times a day. Like, you can't come back with all those sweat. You will not smell. Having a foul odor comes from bacterial infection. When we are talking about maybe the smelling, is bacterial infection or yeast infection or something that can make you smell. So the only thing you'll have is like a damp smell. There's this damp smell from sweat. There's this smell that sweat has. You just be damp because you don't really have air flowing to all parts of your body. So all those tight, like, there are some plus size people that have tie gaps. Then some plus size people do not have tie gaps. So all those inner areas, they are a mild deodorant for your private areas. There are mild deodorants you can use for your private areas to prevent sweat in those areas. If you use this, my sister, you cannot sweat there. Deodorize your inner thighs. Deodorize your I don't know, that line where they divide the yash into 2. Deodorize that line, because I know even some people say when no fat, no this thing. You have hairs around there, and maybe if you're waiting to get your next wax appointment, like me, I wax both front and back. So maybe before your next wax, even after you've waxed, still just slightly deodorize. There's a feminine deodorant you can get that is just for that area, just like stuff like Femme Fresh you can use over there. These are for people that need to know how to, like, keep up their hygiene over there. So that's just it. And then there's another stereotype that a thick girl will not be good in bed, or she will not last in bed, or she go dey lazy for bed. Hey God. you never reach the person. Like I said, it's not about size. If the person knows sabi how to knack, whether you are big or whether you are small, you cannot knack. You cannot. There are people that are very agile. For example, there are people that say a fat man will not know how to knack. Excuse me. A fat man is to be very tiny. And I put it to you that is a lie. Not all fat men have tiny penises. Not all fat men have tiny. In fact, more fat men than you think have big penises. That's the truth. I actually believed all this till I met this guy that had the guy big, he fat. But if this guy won't knock you, if the guy catch you, you will run. And I've met there's this guy, he wanted to date me, but that was the reason why we did not date, because he's slim and tall and everything. And you're thinking like, okay, this thing, and then his is like this, and he's skinny. So a lot of these things are stereotypes. A lot of these things are stereotypes. Like me, like this now. I be engine. You go run. I just say she's not gonna fit move. She's not gonna fit. Yes, you are allowed. You are free to have that mentality, because you cannot experience me. You will not be able to experience it. You'll not be able to experience so many other. But it's a very nonsense mentality to just say, "Oh, she's not gonna fit to do this because she's lazy." Are you man enough? Are you man enough? Most times, because you can lift a slim girl, so you only do it till you are tired. Then when you are tired, you leave. But you see a plus size girl is until she's tired. So are you man enough? Are you man enough? Go and it's until she's tired. If she's not tired, that time you go tired. So before we make all this hasty, there's this other one that I don't know who brought that up. That once a woman is plus size, that her chances of being she becomes infertile. And funny enough, it's how we have changing mentalities, changing stereotypes, because being fat in Africa, in our culture, in Nigeria, is a sign of fertility. So how come a person being fat will now mean that she will not be fertile, or she will not be able to give birth, or she will not be able to, a lot of crazy stuff that we hear on social media, that we even hear people say. Some people be like, "Oh, I cannot marry a fat," excuse me. Some people be like, "I cannot marry a fat girl because by the time I marry her, when she now gives birth, she will now explode. She will now be fatter than what she already is." And it still boils down to illiteracy, because there's so many people that gain weight during pregnancy, and there's also so many people that lose weight during pregnancy. Getting pregnant is not 100% you will become fat. No. There are people that maintain their weight during pregnancy. So another stereotype is that when you are a plus size woman, you are unhealthy. You are sick. In fact, you are eating too much. That's why you are plus size. You are eating, you are a glutton. In fact, if they keep one bucket of rice here, you finish it. You are unhealthy. You are sick. Go and check your BP. You are dying tomorrow. You have diabetes. You have HIV. You have syphilis. You have blood pressure. High blood pressure will kill you. You will soon die. Go to the gym. You need to hit the gym. You will die. My brother, my sister, they are all lies. They are all lies. I have a friend that is slimmer, let me say 3 times or 4 times slimmer. She's a slim girl and she has high cholesterol. And me, I check my cholesterol, I check my blood pressure, I check everything. Everything is normal. So what makes you think that because someone is plus? I'm not talking about obesity. Obesity is a different thing, because obesity is a health issue. Okay, is a disease. I'm talking about plus size people that are healthy. They are not obese. They are normal. They are active. They are everything. Why would you go around telling a plus size person that you will soon die? High blood pressure. In fact, high blood pressure is not about size. It's not about your size. There are lots of people that have high blood pressure. They are just most of the things that causes high blood pressure is mostly stress. When you're not relaxed, overthinking, the kind of meals you eat, and all that. Why would you think that someone is fat because they eat so much food? Why would you think so? Like someone like me, I eat only once a day. Majority of the other foods I eat is fruits. So why would you think someone is fat because they can eat? If they eat when you are eating too much, or your tummy is big because you are eating so much food? No, the person is like that because that's their nature. That's how they're supposed to be at that time. That is how they're supposed to be. Being fat is not a disease. Being a plus size person is normal. In fact, if we look at an elephant is a herbivore. Elephants eat mostly grass and flowers. They do not even eat meat, but they are bigger than so many animals. In fact, elephant is one of the biggest animals. That shows you that that is the genetic makeup of that animal. It's not about what they are eating. There are lots of plus size people that don't cannot even eat. I have most of my friends are plus size. Although I have the ones that can eat, so that's because they know how to eat, and it's not what is making them to be fat. I have a plus size friend that she has been fat since when we're in secondary school, and that's her same size till now. That's her body, that's her structure, that's how she's supposed to be. I have one that eats a lot and she just maintains the same shape. Nothing changes. She will not add weight, though, but she will not lose weight. That's just how she will be. That means that's her stature. That's how she is. Me, I don't even eat. I'm now fat. A lot of things causes people to be fat. There's hormonal imbalances. Your hormone could just spike up. Most times, estrogen levels could just rise. When your estrogen level is higher, you get fat. You have bigger bum bum. People that have bigger bum bums have higher estrogen level. That means the estrogen is the female hormone. Men that have high testosterone are more manly. Women that have high estrogen levels are more womanly. So it's a natural thing. Okay, that's how the body is natural. Okay, someone being plus size doesn't mean the person has diabetes, or the person will have diabetes, or the person will have arthritis. My mom is plus size and doesn't have any ailment till now, and she's almost 60. My mom is almost 60. She doesn't have any disease. She doesn't have high blood pressure. She doesn't have diabetes. She doesn't have anything. In fact, my family, majority of women in my family are plus, although they're not as big as me, but they are thick women. And they do not have any diseases whatsoever. So it's not about your size, about whether you have arthritis, because no, you can have arthritis and be slim. Okay? Okay, it's just that sometimes doctors may advise you to maintain a healthy weight. They just tell you maintain a healthy weight. They do not tell you be slim or be fat. You cannot hear a doctor telling you be slim. I've gone to a nutritionist, a dietitian so many times. Okay, the doctor will not tell you be slim or be fat. They will just say maintain a healthy weight. If they check your BMI and it's healthy, your blood pressure is okay. Okay, just maintain this weight. Just try to keep it at this point. They will not start telling you go and be slim. Being slim is not the problem. Being fat is not the problem. The problem is, are you healthy? Are you eating well? Are you sleeping well? Are you going under so much stress? Are you relaxing? That's the important things you should be thinking about. That's the important things you should be thinking about. Not is the person fat, or are you having, you will have the nasty things you people say to people because the woman is plus size. Oh, this one, before you know, she will have diabetes. So before you know, she will have high blood sugar, high this and that. It's crazy. Why would you just see somebody and think that? And if you look at most of I think it also boils down to how they portray plus size people in the media. Okay, they mostly use them to portray people that suffer from all these diseases, all these things like that, and everybody's thinking, okay, this is what happens to everybody. Most times, diseases like diabetes and all those people that are more prone to high blood pressure are like, it's from your DNA. If your family has a history of it, you're more likely to have a history of it. That's why the doctor can tell you, okay, keep your weight at this level. Don't get too fat because of your family history of this. So your family history of this, whether you're slim, whether you're big, if your family has a history of certain diseases, the chances of you having, so it's just a precaution, because when you get obese, not when you get fat, if you're obese, chances of you suffering from high blood pressure, diabetes is high, and that is for obese people. There is a very big difference between an obese person and a plus size person. There's a very big difference between an anorexic person and a slim person. We see people that are slim and we see people that are anorexic. That means extremely thin. They become thin to the point that it is now unhealthy. It is now unhealthy. If a doctor looks at them and examines them, they are unhealthy. Okay, they are unhealthy. But then there's a slim person that is healthy. There's a fat person that is healthy. So when you go to the extremes, which is obesity and being anorexia, that's when you know that, okay, something is up here. These are the people that are prone to certain kinds of, ailments or illnesses. Not just anybody you just see and you say, okay, because the person is plus size. In the next, you hear some people say, let's see how it will be in the next 40 years. Give yourself 40 years. Let's see how it will be. Do you think we don't have mothers or grandmothers that are old, that are in their old age, that are big, and we don't see them, and they're not looking good, and they're not thriving? I don't understand. So what do you want to see in the next 40 years? What do you want to see? Okay, if you're not active, if you like be skinny, you can still die of heart failure. So most of you are even waiting to see how someone will be in the next 40 years. You may even die before the 40 years. So what are you saying? Live your healthy life. Don't judge people based on how they look. It's not about how you look on the outside. It's about how you look on the inside. How are your organs? Are you healthy? So it's not about let's give 40 years and in 40 years, the person might even lose weight. Anything can cause you to lose weight. Sometimes some people as they grow, they lose weight naturally. Some people as they grow, they add weight. So it's not about, oh, let's see how you'll be in the next 40 years. Some people just lose the baby fat naturally. Like they did not do anything. They are still eating their normal food. And that's the beauty of the human body. Hormones affect how we look. Sometimes your hormone could maybe you can have an imbalance and your hormone levels just change and can cause you to lose weight. And you're surprised. You're not doing anything. You're eating well, your normal food, and you're losing weight. And sometimes you see that you're working out and you're doing all sorts of stuff, but you're adding weight. So hormones play a very important part. So it's not about whether the person is eating too much or the person is. That doesn't mean you should go and start eating anything you like. You understand? So you have to understand your body, know how your body works and all that. So there's this thing people say that, oh, I cannot marry a plus size woman because plus size women, fat women don't have good moral character. They are bossy. And I feel that men that say that plus size women, fat women are bossy are men that have low self-esteem. If you have a low self-esteem, if you are not a man, because a man is a man regardless of whoever he's dealing with. So if you are not a man, you are the only person that will start feeling like, oh, this one go beats me for house. No matter how big a woman is, if she's not a fighter, like person where they train for combat, because I've seen so many tiny women fighting and beating their husbands in the house. Abi, una not say power not be by size, Abi. It's not about size. If you're a man, you are a man. There's nothing you cannot handle. I thought people say you're the head of the house and you're the king. Men are kings. Men are natural leaders and all that. So why would you say that a woman will beat you? This one go beat her for house so because she's big. In fact, plus size women are babies. They are just big babies. They're just like harmless. Like harmless. They don't have power to fight. They're just big babies. Like if you are a man, if you cannot your wife cannot submit to you at home. You cannot control your home. You are not a man. Or you got a fear woman because a woman fat. That means a man is not a man. And that means woman now, fat woman can be equal to a man. You said women are not equal to men, right? Women cannot be equal to men. But if a man is afraid of a fat woman, that means a fat woman is higher than a man. A fat woman is higher than a man. Fat women they're not even equal to men. They are higher than men. Because why would you say that because a woman is fat, you cannot marry her because she will not submit to you? She will have bad character. Like, how does bad character how can your weight decide your character? Is character not a mindset? Is character not how you behave, your habits? These are things that cannot be seen or felt. Like, your body size does not make you a bad person or make you a proud person or a person that can beat someone, that can fight. Like how? As a man, if you are intimidated by a big lady, you are not a man. If you are intimidated by a big lady, you are not a man. Because the elephant is bigger than the lion, but the lion is the king of the jungle. Like, which one is, will lion say, I beg go, elephant go beat me, or this and that? Like, make it make sense. There are lots of men married to big women. Have you heard anywhere where the woman beats them? Or, in fact, most of the marriages these days, how many marriages have you seen where they plus size women, like they break up, they have issues in their marriage? Very few. Plus size women are actually like one of the sweetest kind of women. Okay, so that mentality that somebody is this way because of their size, it doesn't make sense. A plus size person can be wicked. A slim person can be wicked. A plus size person can be nice and sweet. A slim person can be nice and sweet. It's not about the character. I know that most men might feel that, okay, because she's smaller than me, I can like control her. It doesn't make sense. How many of you in your homes are your junior sisters and brothers bigger than you? Does that make you their junior? Like my junior brother is way taller. In fact, me like this, if you see my senior sister, if you see my senior, she's very small. Like if I tell you it's my senior sister, you may not believe. Does that mean, but if I do anyhow now slap, she go land me? Serious slap. Like I give her all because this is my senior. I have a lot of cousins and aunties, even some people that work for me that are smaller than me. Does that mean, okay, because I'm big? Even my mom is very petite. Does that mean I'll say, okay, because I'm now bigger than my mother? So there are girls that are small and tiny. They don't even respect anybody. They don't respect their parents. They don't respect their sister. Nobody. So it's not about your size. Anybody can be a bad person. Anybody can be a proud person. Anybody can be a wicked and unkind person. Or can we use the same stereotype for men? So just because the man is fat and big, that means he will kill the wife or he will beat the wife or this one go wicked though. And the one that is small and maybe short or slim is the good one. Women, do you think that way? Like, oh, the man is big. This one kill me. This one will beat me up. Do small women, like a smaller size woman going to marry a big size man, do you hear them say, oh, this man will kill me or he will do? So you understand that thinking now, it doesn't really make sense. I think women are actually even braver than most men because you see some tiny women and they are dating one huge person and they are bold enough to do it. And a man that likes a girl, I'm not pushing plus size on anybody that does not like plus size. If you know that this is what you like, you go for it. Some people do not go for it because of these stereotypes I'm talking about. That's why I'm hammering on it. So this is what they like, but because of what people say or because of what they think, they feel like, make I run, no. And some people will still be telling them, you go fit, you get energy, you go fit, handle all those kind of talks because the person is plus size. When I look at marriages like someone like Anita Joseph and her husband, a lot of people say, this guy no go fit handle her. We have seen numerous videos of that man picking up Anita Joseph like she's one piece of paper. That's a man. As a man, like you're going to the gym, you are lifting 200 kg, 250 kg. What are you doing it for? What are you training for? If not for to have power to lift any plus size girl you see here and there, why are you lifting weight in the gym? Why are you carrying 250 kg? The women self, the plus size men, I'm not sure any of them is up to 250 kg. So why are you scared? If that's what you want, go for it. Those stereotypes are like plain stupid. It doesn't make any sense. Also, another one, plus size women are, they are unattractive. They have low self-esteem. And this one is not really a stereotype, but it doesn't apply to all plus size women. A lot of plus size people actually have low self-esteem because of these stereotypes that I'm mentioning. So the self-esteem thing does not come as a result of, being plus size. Even a lot of slim people too have low self-esteem, okay? So, but we are talking about plus size people now. And most of these stereotypes can make these women feel unwanted. And that now reduces how they feel about themselves, makes them to feel less attractive, makes them to feel that men do not want them. And this is so untrue because I'm using myself as an example. I mostly use myself as an example when I'm talking about plus size women. If I walk on the road like this, I know how many cars stop by, both men and women, to tell me how they love my body. And my body is not even the perfect. In fact, my belly is not even flat. I don't have a flat tummy. And people will be stopping Range Rover. Wow, I love your body. Wow, I love your carry yourself. Oh my God. Can I, the rape, like, in fact, it's a movie when I go out on the street. It's a movie. So why would you, as a plus size girl, think that you're not attractive or you're not beautiful or all that? The other day when I was telling someone that when I go out, the way people look at me, and the person was saying, maybe they're looking at you because they're wondering, why is this one like this? And my sister, is a lie because everybody is complimenting me. Oh, they want to have my number. They want to drop me. Where are you going? Let me drop you. I'm like, when I walk in the street, it's not easy. My friends will be hailing me. They bust my head sometimes. They enter my head sometimes. But, as a plus size person, you are a unique person. You are a unique person. Why would you let the voice of the society drown? It's mostly jealousy. It's mostly jealousy that will make that. That's not to say that you should be feeling like you're better than another person because you're plus size, okay? You are unique, you are a queen. Like, you are the true representation of Africa. Okay? Like, you have to own yourself. Low self-esteem may come from society. Sometimes these women date men that are, that also have low self-esteem, and they try to project it on women that are plus size, and then all of a sudden you start seeing the woman dressing so haphazardly. Like, you see a plus size person wearing very big bongo clothes. How do you want people to appreciate your figure? And now, if it's for religious purposes, you are a Muslim, okay, that's fine. Everybody, both big and small, wears the hijab, and that is big. That's good. That's big respect to the Muslim religion. But you are not a Muslim. You are a Christian. I'm not saying you should go naked. Okay, if that's not your style. Someone like me, I don't really like to wear too much clothes because I like breeze. We're in Nigeria. Nigeria is very hot. When I reach America, when I reach Canada, where the weather is cold, that's where people wear clothes. Because our culture in this Nigeria, in this Africa, we wear small wrapper. We'll just tie small wrapper and tie something small around our breast, because our clothing is supposed to reflect how our weather is. Because you cannot see you are under one hot weather, you are wearing one clothes, tying everywhere, covering. It's not me. Okay, so if that is not your style, anyways, you should still dress attractively. How many slim people do you see wearing bongo? Except it's casual wear, that they are just maybe a casual, maybe going to the mall and hair. But you're going out, you wear fitted clothing. Wear fitted clothing. Even if it's not fitted, let the material they will use to sew. There are some clothes that are not fitted, but if you see the material, the fabric, the style, the design that they will use to, make that clothes, everybody will like, wow, I love your outfit. You look beautiful. You look, not that you will just be wearing dull colors. Oh, you don't want, there's this girl I met, she don't want her hand, her arm. As you big, so how your hand won't take be, auntie? Like, you are a big person, you want your arm to be tiny. That's how your hand is. So you're covering your hand, and people can clearly see how big other parts of your body are. So make it make sense to me. Your low self-esteem is at your own detriment, because these other people, they know how amazing you are. They want you to look ugly. They know that if you wear fitted clothing, the world would literally stop to stare at you. I'm talking from experience, girl. The world will literally stop to stare. So they don't want, maybe, some people, because they want you too much, they don't want you to know how they want you. They try to make you feel less of yourself so that you will not feel attractive to other people, so that only they can have access to you. A lot of men do it all the time. A lot of men do it. There's this guy I dated one time that literally, when he asked the girl that linked us to link both of us, he gave her his specifications. He wants a girl that is thick, big ass, big boobs, and she linked me to this guy. We started dating, and then this guy noticed that I was a confident person, because I'm very confident. Like, I will literally just be looking at myself, girl, you're so pretty. Not to say I don't have my low times where I'm like, oh, my tummy is big, but it doesn't affect me to the point that it's big. That my tummy way big is for me to talk about. Like, you have no right to tell me my tummy is big. I will not wear clothes to say, oh, so that this person will not say my tummy is big. No, it's when if I feel like maybe looking a different way, it's for myself. It's not for you. Whatever you see, you take it. You take it. You have no right. You don't have the audacity. So this guy knew that I was confident, because I'm always praising myself. I come from a home that if I dress up and come out, my mom is like, she's hyping me. So I come from that background. So I'm always praising myself, like hyping myself and all that. So this guy now, all of a sudden, he started telling me, oh, I should do this. I look this way. I started bringing pictures of girls and showing me, oh, this girl is so beautiful. And then he'll say, she's finer than you. I used to tell him, nobody's finer than me. Because nobody is finer than me. Nobody is finer than you. You are fine in your own way. That's what I say. She's beautiful in her own way. Don't compare me to any bitch, please. Do not compare me. The person is beautiful in their own way. There are people that will see me and say I'm not fine. That's in their pockets. Because to me, now me fine pass for my own pockets. If you say I'm not fine to you, that's to you. You have the right to your own opinion. So anybody's opinion should not affect you. Anybody trying to put you down is so that you don't feel attractive. Because there's two different things: being attractive and feeling attractive. When you're attractive, if you do not feel attractive, it kind of reduces the attractiveness. There's this attractiveness that comes from being confident. You see, there's some girls that in your eye they're not too fine, but Anytime they go out, people are always liking them because they are confident. When you walk into a room and you're confident, it kind of like makes people to like, who is this girl? Who is that girl? People want to know about you because you're confident. People want to meet you. Most times, these people don't really have the best character. In fact, they may have bad mouths. Someone like me that have bad mouths. But my confidence, like, does a lot of things. It makes people to want to like be my friend, like me. So there's this girl that reached out to me on social media. She's really big, like she's like, let me say, 3 times of me. You get, she has a very lovely figure. She's tall. That's like a huge lady. Okay, so I went through her page. I was like, okay, I would like to shoot with her. That was my first um thought. Like, I would like to do a skit with her. Because I do comedy skit. I would like to do a skit with her. And she messaged me. So when she messaged me, I went through her page first to look at her videos. I was like, oh, nice. I would like to do a comedy. And the first thing she was like, oh, when I chatted her, how are you doing, pretty? She was like, she's fine. She wants to shoot a skit with me. She would like to be in my skit. I was like, okay, fine. When would you be available? Do you know in fact, the next thing this lady said to me really broke my heart. It really, really broke my heart. Like, I was moved to tears. I literally shed a tear because I felt so bad that someone will feel that bad about themselves. Like, being plus size is not your identity. She literally told me, I would love to come to your shoot, but I am very fat. Hi. How I feel like crying right now. I felt so bad for her. I really felt so bad for her because why would you have to tell me that you are very fat? And I thought about it. I'm like, oh, it's possible that she has been rejected for maybe some shoots. Like, this is what she wants to do. And people will tell her, no, you're too fat. I cannot put you, because she's really big, okay? But I did not see any reason why she will have to tell me like, oh, but I'm so fat. It's just like maybe you're going to someone, you want to meet someone, tell the person, oh, but I'm dark, or I'm so dark, or I'm very dark, or I'm very short, but I'm very tall. Those are things that people do not mention except someone asks you, like, okay, what's your height? What's your this? She had to put it first, but that was like her clause. But I am very fat. It's possible that maybe she has gone to places before and someone will look at her and be like, oh no, you're very fat, please. And they like reject her or speak meanly to her. I felt really bad for her. And I told her, no, like, why would you even have to mention that to me? I already went through your page. I saw your pictures. Like, why do you have to mention that you are very fat to me? I felt really, really sad for her. I told her, like, that shouldn't be like your identity. Like, you have to, like, warning, caution, I'm very fat, or caution, fat person coming, so that everybody will know that a fat person is coming. Do you understand? Like, I know people do not really expect people to come out in that size, and that is like a sad thing. We should know that people are like, I think the only thing you could actually like tell people, okay, maybe you are disabled, like you're on a wheelchair. Okay, I'm on a wheelchair, so that in case maybe that place needs a ramp, they have to prepare some things for you to make that place, maybe easily accessible to you. For example, there are some places that do not have ramps where you can use a wheelchair. So you have to indicate that, okay, I'm using a wheelchair, or maybe you're blind or something. But being fat is not your identity, is not who you are at that point in time. Like, this thing has really killed her self-esteem. You don't really see her wearing nice clothes. You don't see her. She's just wearing this big polo and this trouser, and she's so pretty. Like, if you look at her, she's a very she's like a teddy bear, very cuddly teddy bear. And she has this thought about herself. And it makes me wonder, like, why would you want to, have low self-esteem just because you are fat? Okay, it's not your identity. You should be able to be happy. You should be able to like boost your self-esteem. You should be able to love yourself. Okay, so I know fat people may have low self-esteem. Some of them may have low self-esteem. Some of them may feel unattractive. Not like they are unattractive. They feel unattractive because of maybe what people have said to them or what people have, done to them. So that's a very big stereotype. It depends on people's personal experience that can make them to feel unattractive or to have low self-esteem. And I still say that having low self-esteem is not a criteria, is not something that happens because you are fat. You can still be slim and have a low self-esteem. Okay, there's lots of girls that they're skinny and they look at me like, oh, I want to have your shape, or I want to have your body, I want to have your bum bum. And girl, that's you having low self-esteem. And sometimes when I see people that are slim, having low self-esteem, and they look at them like, is it not even your size at the world? It's even your shape that the world is looking for. The European beauty standards, and people love slim people. They say, wow, this is high. And then you're still not having low self-esteem. Your own is strong, oh. Your own self-esteem is strong. I wonder what we'll say to you. So that's still low self-esteem. You are slim and you're taking weight gain syrup. You want to be fat. You want to have big bum bum. That's you having low self-esteem. You should love yourself the way you are. Except you are skinny. Like those weight gain syrup are for people that have anorexia. Like people that are anorexic, like some people have eating disorders. They don't eat and they become so bony. Those are the people that they do that weight gain syrup for. Not just for anybody. Because you feel, oh, you want to be big, you want to have big bum bum and big. That's still having low self-esteem. So low self-esteem is not about your size. There are girls that are slim, they cannot even, they will say, you see some, in fact, some girls there, some slim girls with their own low self-esteem, that the thing they vex me past. You see a girl that is slim, she say, hey, my hand is big. Oh, my leg is, and you're looking at, you're trying to see where is the big thing they're talking about. You see, that's what low self-esteem does to people. People that are attractive, but they don't feel attractive, because of, I don't know. That one now is not where we should find the reason. Because of what we don't know. We don't really know why. So for people that are plus, at least we can say, okay, people really mistreat them. Not like people don't body shame slim people, but it's more rampant on the big people. Okay, so low self-esteem is not a size thing. There are people that are big that have low self-esteem. There are people that are small that have low self-esteem. Also, there are other people that feel that being plus size makes you lazy. You won't want to take care of yourself. You want to go to the gym, because going to the gym is actually a form of self-care, wanting to be healthy, wanting to be in good shape. And then here's the thing. There's this girl I follow on social media. She is big, but this girl works out every day. And since I've been following her, this girl has not lost any single weight. Nothing. She has not lost any single weight. And she works out all the time. She's a fitness trainer. And she has not lost any weight. So imagine if you do not follow her on social media. You will still have that. If you see her, you say, see this one. Instead of you to go to the gym, or you're eating too much, or you're doing this. There's lots of plus size people that work out. People work out to stay fit and healthy. Fit and healthy does not have a size. Okay? There are people that are very skinny that do not work out at all. They are very lazy. If they tell them run up these stairs now, they will be panting. Yes. Being skinny does not make you powerful, does not make you strong. Does not make you strong. Like, okay, you're slim. Okay, so the person will be able to do this. Working out is for you to be healthy. It's for you to be fit. It's not for you to be skinny, because human beings were made to be slim and to be fat. That's why some people can never be slim. That's how it's just like some people that can never have long hair. That's in their genes. There's some people that have long hair. They don't know what causes it. That's just how they saw their hair, because that's how they are. That's how being fat is. You don't know how it happened. That's just how you've seen yourself. You are slim. You don't know. Some people will ask something, what do you do? Do you use weight loss this thing? The person will tell you, this is just how my tummy is. My tummy is just flat. That's natural. There's some people that drink all the weight loss tea. They don't even do so much, but they are fat. That's how they are naturally. So being fat does not mean you are lazy. If you are lazy, you are lazy. If you are lazy, you are lazy. I have my slim friends that I go to the gym with. Now me, they teach them gym workouts. They go, they tire. So it's not about some people are, in fact, most people that are bigger, on the bigger side, have more strength. They have more strength. You see them lifting weights and all that, because they already have that strength in them. So it doesn't mean you are lazy. If you are lazy, you are a lazy person. Whether you are fat or whether you are slim, if you are lazy, you are lazy. That's just it. If you are lazy, you are lazy. It's not about your size. So all these stereotypes, honestly, you need to be educated. It's mostly because of illiteracy, or maybe you're just uninformed about some certain things. Most people, they like to get information from word of mouth, like hearsay, rather than them doing their own research on these things. They prefer to just, this person said, they said, or I heard. Okay, get your information right, please. Get your information right. The stereotypes about plus size women, in fact, you are missing out. If you don't have a plus size woman in your life, you are missing out. Plus size men are the best cooks. Plus size men have the best sex. Plus size women have the best bodies. Now, do you want me to list out everything for you? So get a plus size man in your life. If you know you love a plus size woman, don't keep waiting till forever. Okay, all these stereotypes are false, 100%. They are false. Okay, so do your research and do not base your opinion of people on hearsay. Okay. So, guys, we've come to the end of this episode. Let me know what you think, about plus size men. Let me know what you think about these stereotypes about plus size girls. Let me know what you think. If you're dating a plus size woman, if you're married to a plus size woman, you can just give them a shout out in the comment and let people know that these stereotypes are false. Okay, let me know what you think, guys, in the comments. And please do not forget to follow us on all our social media platforms at rated_18 podcast. So, guys, see you guys in my next video. Ciao.